Hi everyone, this is Abhinav from Phone Bunch, and today we are unboxing the Carbon Smart A55, the cheapest Android 4.2 Jelly Bean handset with a dual-core processor and 512 MB of RAM. On the left you can see the image of the phone right there. On the back there are some specifications listed. So you have a 3.5-inch IPS display with HVGA resolution, that's 320 by 480 pixels, Android 4.2 Jelly Bean, a 1.2 GHz dual-core processor, 1100 mAh battery, a 3 megapixel camera with flash, and you also have a VGA front facing camera. There's Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, as well as 2G connectivity and a G sensor. So you have 4 GB ROM, which is expandable up to 32 gigs using a micro SD card. Let's open up the box to see what all we get inside. That's the seal open. Let's take it out of its box. The box seems a bit damaged. Let's hope everything else inside is fine. So at the very top you have the Carbon Smart A55. We'll keep that aside for the time being. Let's take this out. So on the inside, let's have a look what all we have. The first thing that we have is the micro USB data syncing and charging cable. Pretty standard affair there. Nothing special about it. Next up you have your headset. It's black in color, although the phone is white. But again, this is a budget phone. A very cheap looking headset. We'll check that out in our full review. That's your charger right there. It has an LED to show you that the charger is working. And then you have the 1100 mAh battery. Carbon branded battery right there. Next up you have your user manual as well as warranty statements. Well, the user manual doesn't have any pictures, but it does have information that might be useful. That's everything you get inside the box, and this is the Carbon Smart A55, white in color. In the front you have your 3.5-inch display. Moving to the left you have your volume rocker as well as the power button on the same side, both in silver metallic color, and you also have this metallic looking trim that runs on all the sides. It's a bit glossy. At the top you have the 3.5 audio jack. On the right you have absolutely nothing. The design is a bit reminiscent of the Galaxy Star Duos. At the bottom you have the micro USB data syncing and charging port and a space to open the back cover. The build of the device seems really solid and sturdy. You have a 3 megapixel camera, LED flash and carbon branding right there. At the bottom you have the loudspeaker grill. The back is definitely glossy. It will attract fingerprints, but being white in color, they won't show that much. So let's open up the back cover to have a look inside. The back cover is a tad bit difficult to get open. It's really solid and sturdy. You can see that it doesn't bend or flex even a little bit. That's good to see, even though this is a budget device. So you can see on the left you have a micro SIM card slot. In between you have the full-size SIM card slot. On the right you have your micro SD card slot, which can take up to 32 gigs of storage. Now let's put the battery in. Let's fit that in properly. It should go in, and there we have it. So let's close up the back cover. The phone feels really solid. The back cover fits in perfectly. There are no gaps to be seen, and it's quite light as well. Now let's power on the device for the very first time. The arrangement of the buttons is definitely a bit weird, but they are very easily reachable. So you have a 3.5-inch HVGA display right there. You have 3 capacitive buttons at the bottom which might light up. You have the microphone hole right there. At the top you have a VGA front facing camera as well as your main earpiece. And there you see the Carbon Smart branding, and the phone is booted completely. Let's unlock it and we'll have a look at the interface. So there you see it's a very stock looking interface right there. Let me reduce the brightness a bit so that you can see the display better. The display looks really vibrant, and it seems it has good viewing angles as well. And considering this phone is available for just about 3700 rupees, the construction is really solid. Getting into about phone, you can see it's the A55 running Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean right out of the box. Let's get into storage. So out of the 4 GB ROM, you have 1.27 GB that's available as internal storage, and you have 1.24 GB that's available as your phone storage. making it a total of about 2.5 GB that's available to you. Let's get into apps. Let's get into running information. So from here you can see you have 176 MB of RAM that's currently being used and 306 MB that's free, meaning you have about 482 MB that's available to the system. But that's a tour of all the settings, nothing special there. The display looks absolutely great. It's a 3.5-inch HVGA display. It's an IPS panel, so you can expect good viewing angles, and the color reproduction also seems quite good. The touch response is also fast. Not many apps have come pre-installed, just your basic apps as well as the Google apps. That's really good to see that there is no bloatware here. That's a widget drawer. Everything looks stock and everything runs quite fast. You can also see that the capacitive buttons do light up. There's a bit of backlight bleeding there. The construction of the phone is truly solid. The back cover, although it's glossy, it looks really neat, and overall the design of the phone is very good as well. For a price of Rs 3700, you get a dual-core processor, 512 MB of RAM, and a phone running Android 4.2. You can't get better than this. We'll definitely be testing this phone out. Till then, you can watch the unboxing of the Lava Iris 406Q featuring the Snapdragon 200 quad-core processor, its benchmarks, as well as a gaming review of the Xolo Q10 10i. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Thanks for watching and have a great day.